Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Kuma's Kitchen, and tonight I have a lasagna that, well, it doesn't have any tomato pit sauce in it. It's a very white lasagna made with a white sauce, and I call this creamy chicken and spinach lasagna, or creamy spinach and chicken lasagna. Either way it'll go. It's fantastic. You got the layers there of the lasagna noodles. Got a kind of a very creamy white sauce with Parmesan cheese in it, and then chicken and spinach throughout, and oh, just a beautiful browning on top as it comes out of the oven. And there's a piece there. This is going to be hot. This is going to be really hot. It just came out of the oven, but let's have a little try that. Oh, look at! I just speared a piece of chicken. Oh, and then we got a piece here. Look at that. You got the lasagna noodles, not Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese on top. Got some spinach in there, lots of creaminess, absolutely delicious. Let's go in the kitchen and make this right now. So here are the ingredients for our lasagna. Well, across the front, we've got half a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of dried sage, 1/4 cup of flour, 1/4 cup of butter. Here, 1 onion, finely chopped. Here, 7 ounces or 200 grams of mozzarella cheese grated, 2 ounces or 55 grams of Parmesan cheese grated. Over here, I've got 2 packages, like about 200 gram packages or like 7 ounce packages. The packages you get from the store in the freezer section. 2 packages of frozen spinach, which I've let thaw out and drain. Over here, I've got 1.5 pounds or 680 grams of chicken thigh. Now, obviously chicken thighs don't come in an exact amount, so it could be, a little bit over, a little under. I think this one's just a little over by like 690 grams, something like that. It's really not critical, really doesn't matter, not going to make any difference, just round about that much chicken. Then across the back here, I've got 2.5 cups of milk, and I got about 9 pieces of lasagna noodle, because that's about what's going to fit perfectly for 3 layers across my dish, which this here, going to be using that to bake the lasagna in. All right, so first thing, I've got my big Sea-Wet pot going over here. Sea-Wet, Key-Wet, one of those 2 names. Really need to check with that company one day as to how to say their name. Put the milk over there so I'll knock it over. What I want to do, first of all, is I get the butter in there. So let's grab a wooden spatula here. Butter in, there we go. All right, gonna bring that up on medium heat. I'm gonna start melting that butter first. Here's a little trick when you're doing this. Like, I'm very impatient. I really can't wait for that big block of butter to melt. So what I do is I skate it around the pan, and that really speeds things up. All right, let's get the onions in there. And the chicken. And where's the little tiny piece? Come on, let's get everybody in there. All right, the chicken. Gonna stir that around just a little bit. And then sprinkle the pepper on there, sprinkle the salt on there, and sprinkle the sage on there. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cook that medium heat for about 8 to 10 minutes, just stirring it every once in a while. Just want to get things started, get that chicken cooking a little bit. Remember, it's going to be in the oven for an hour. It's going to cook well in there too, but we just want to get things happening here. Maybe a little tiny bit of browning on the outside would be nice. All right, see you back here in about 8 to 10 minutes. All right, that's cooking nicely. We're getting a little bit of browning happening, just a little bit. That's all we need. We don't want much. Remember, this is a white lasagna basically, so a little bit of browning is just right. What we're gonna do now is add that flour. Good. That throughout there. I just want to do that for about a minute. Just cook it for about a minute just to get the rawness out of it. and then be right back. So see you in about a minute. You get the raw out of the flour, and then we're gonna add the milk. All right, that should do it. What we're gonna do now is just add a bit of that milk. We're gonna deglaze the bottom. Just enough to start taking all that goodness off the bottom there. And as it starts to thicken up, I'm gonna get a bit more in there. Just keep going around, working up, getting that flavor up off the bottom. All right, we'll get the rest of the milk in there. Now I'm just gonna cook it just a little bit. Don't need to cook this for long. Just a few minutes, just kind of keep stirring it until it starts to thicken just a little bit. Now it doesn't have to thicken a lot. Just a little bit of thickening happening, because then we're gonna add in that Parmesan cheese. Okay, you can see that. Starting to bubble, it started to thicken a bit. That's good enough. I'm going to turn the heat off, and now I'm going to mix in that Parmesan cheese. That's going to thicken it up some more. Let's get that in there. Off to one side. Mix the Parmesan in so it can be melting into there. Oh, yes. Okay. Then, the spinach. Now I'm just going to throw that in there and then just kind of roughly mix it through. Boom, boom, boom. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just want spinach distributed throughout, and we're done. All right, now let's get this out of the way. Put that cheese off to one side for right now. The noodles, noodles over there without dropping them all over the floor. And I'm gonna bring in the my big dish here. That's a 9x13 dish. I think it's that Le Creuset. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spoon about a third of this into here. All right. Just going to get a layer going in here. That's about a third. All right, so spread the layer across. And once you got that spread throughout, looking pretty good. Yeah, it's looking a little thin, so I'm going to just add a little bit more. All right. Then I'm going to take 3 of these, just lay them across. 1, 2, 3. All right, gonna do that again. Just gonna add another layer of chicken and spinach and sauce and stuff, and then another layer of noodles, and then again. So see ya in a second here when it's all done. All right, so we got the last layer of noodles in place now. Just a little bit on the counter. What I'm going to do now, spread the Parmesan cheese across the top, and then we're ready to go in the oven. Did I say Parmesan cheese? I say mozzarella. But anyways, mozzarella cheese. So the mozzarella cheese going on top here. That's going to go to the oven over there, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. And then it's going to be ready. All right, see you then. All right, look at that. So bubbling around the edges, beautifully browned on top. That is ready for dinner. If you like this recipe, stick around and check out the rest of the channel. There's a lot of original Kevin Riley recipes here on the Kuma's Kitchen channel. Also, make sure you don't miss any upcoming ones because you never know what I'm going to be cooking next. And they come out once a week. So go and subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell, and then you're going to get an email whenever a new video comes out or a new recipe comes out. All right? All right, now go make this and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.